Well, hello or howdy, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm,
How are you doing, my beautiful
I'm
friend?
doing well. I figured I'll wear my hat in bed
Do
with
you sleep in
you
the hat?
sometimes, but the room is
Sometimes.
uncomfortable.
Nice to see you.
You too. I figured you would appreciate that. You
I
asked
really
my
do.
questions how I like to sleep, and I told you my birthday suit. So I really wanted to be my birthday suit with the hat on
The
just for
hat.
you, but it may
It's
not be.
interesting because usually, I mean, when you and I have met, I've seen you more with the boots on, but now that we are physically distanced, I guess I get the hat. So I've gotten there. There you go. No offense.
No boots in bed.
Nice to see you. So, for anybody who doesn't know Elizabeth, Elizabeth Mooney is the creator and entrepreneur of Country Fusion. And she and I met, I guess, a little over a year ago now, at some point in 2019. It's hard to tell time a
Yeah,
bit.
it was, I think it was in Florida, April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At an SCW event.
Yeah.
And I became a fast fan of everything that you do and what you put out there. And you became interested in knowing more about Canada. And
Yeah.
that's how we started working together and still connect from time to time. And I'm so happy to see your beautiful face.
Thank you. You too. I love
Nice.
Natalie, just so everyone knows.
Oh,
Natalie is wonderful.
bless your
Um,
heart. That's very sweet.
so yeah, it's a gloomy day here in New Jersey, but we've been doing everything virtually, which is great, like this.
Yeah.
And being in bed, I did wake up like I told you, 9 o'clock is my ideal wake up time. And it
Yes, and
was.
so it's this is close to your wake up time. I had a doggy that had a funny tummy at 4:45 this morning. So I've been up for a little while, but it's a bit of a sunnier day in Montreal, but the
Oh,
temperature has
that's good.
definitely dropped. So we're getting closer to winter here. But
Yeah, Danica
listen,
slept in today,
did
so
she?
but
Aw.
but we didn't go to bed till like midnight. She took a nice nap and then the CMAs were on, so we were kind of jamming.
Nice.
Country
Remind
music, you
everybody
know.
how remind everybody how old Danica is again.
She's 2.5.
Oh, goodness gracious. And very much the apple of her mama's eye.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
She
goodness.
may make an
Well,
appearance if she wants
oh, that'd be fun. Well, thanks so much for joining us in bed. This is definitely, I mean, it's funny that you and I spend a lot of time together in hotels, but this is the first time we get in bed together. So hopefully it won't be the
to.
last in terms of that. And I wanted you to come on and share because you've continued to grow Country Fusion and the variety of things that you have done, even in 2020, when it's been a bit of a challenging year. Tell us about how you choose the right opportunities because there's a light that's being shined on you and you're getting opportunities in America, in Canada, in Australia, and a little bit everywhere. How do you choose what you try, how you partner with people and events?
So, I'll tell you when everything first happened, I was really focused on the studio and keeping classes alive.
Mm.
So I was just trying to figure out Zoom and get really tech savvy to keep my classes going for everyone.
You went
You
to Zoom really quickly within like a couple of weeks of shutdown. You went right to virtual.
One day.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah. Everything happened, shut down Monday. Tuesday morning, I got it. I was on Zoom by Tuesday night.
Wow,
If
bravo.
anyone knows who takes my classes, I never cancel a class or anything ever. Um, so I went to Zoom right away and got tech savvy. I started putting it out there to everyone to try. Then I realized that's kind of risky because you could have interesting people popping up, which I experienced.
You did. Before the safety measures or security measures were put into place, you had some interesting experiences.
Oh yeah. So then we got that down. Once my classes were flowing, I felt like that was good. We have a good foundation. I then focused on my instructors.
Right.
So um so and I know you're going to ask me about all that later on. So I just step by step. Then as I felt like everything was grounded, I then really went out there and promoted in the world.
Mm.
So I would take video clips of my dancing, photos, whatever I had going on, and really, really put it out there and plug and hashtagging because I'm not one to really love to promote. I had to learn to get in a groove of it. And
Mm,
being
mm,
that we are in this situation makes it easier to learn and get into that groove.
mm.
And I found that it is very effective to at least post or say something if you can once a day to keep your brand alive, to keep it relevant. So me doing that, I SCW I've worked with in the past, so I did a virtual tour with them in November, talking with you with Canada, and then there were people in the past that I didn't work with yet, like Fitness Fest, who have always wanted Country Fusion in. So I'm be working with them in April. Then just putting everything out to the world, I had Jonah from Australia. He contacted me because he saw everything about Country Fusion to go to Australia. So I had a meeting with him. And then we did a complimentary class with Australia. So got into there. And then I'm speaking to someone in Arizona and Vegas who owns big box gyms and boutiques. So I would just say it really has to do with just plugging away every day, um,
Mm.
taking clips of videos, photos, benefits of Country Fusion, anything and everything. Be relevant, stay relevant, and because we're all going to get through this, but you don't want to just go off in the dust. You want to just keep yourself out.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like the way the three steps that you put it at is that you started with your people, your clients, your participants that come to the studio, the people that count on you every day with your no cancel thing. And then you went to the instructors, the superstars, the
Yeah,
ones that are certified in Country Fusion, that needed to know how to be able to stay relevant, like you said, and stay connected to their people, and then to the brand.
yeah,
So I love that you started with like the closest people who count on you, and then the people who count on you from a professional standpoint as a leader, and then to the brand. But all of that is to essentially support people to. And if there's one thing I have to say, and I hope everybody's going to take a moment to go check out Country Fusion, we've got the handles and everything there, but it's always been a brand, which is why I loved it, always been a brand that's been focused on fun and pleasure and movement and music and feeling beautiful and feeling sensual. And I think that's what it is. It's never been about, burning a ton of calories. You still get that. It's never been about what your body looks like. You still get that. It's always been about how it feels to move together. And I think at a time where people feel so spread apart, the idea of being in that, because line dancing, really, that's what it is you're dancing together in a line, and
yeah.
there's cohesion to that. And I think that people need that. And coming from a place of generosity that you do, I'm really grateful that you were able to continue to do that in a way that felt authentic to you. So bravo for being able to do that.
Yeah.
Tell me about those instructors. Tell me about those superstars of yours, because you and I spoke and you did give them tons of connection and training and webinars and Zooms and all of that.
Yeah,
What
and
did you notice they struggled with that you were able to bring the team together and help them continue what they did best?
I think at the end of the day, like all the Country Fusion star instructors, it was mainly their drive and motivation was lacking.
Mm,
Because in this situation, you're hit with so many roadblocks, you have to get creative.
mm,
So, and they didn't know where to start with being creative. So in the beginning, it was a good time that I got to really focus on my instructors because I'm always so busy and traveling that here I got to do once a week, 2 hour sessions, master training of going over everything, whether it's
wow.
dances, questions, other instructors are talking to one another, their tips. We have a Facebook page that everyone goes to that collaborates and talks to one another. But I got to really work with them on the situation, and I said to them, especially because it was getting warm at that
Mm,
time,
mhm,
I have some instructors in Texas I was talking to. I said, take that opportunity, go outside. So even in the beginning, if you're one of the newer instructors, if you want to just put a complimentary session together and go outside with it. And then when things were starting to open up, talk to the owners of bars or restaurants, teach outside. Just bring it outside while the weather is nice. And then I told him you go to like senior homes, children's after school programs, and make business cards of your name, your information, the Country Fusion logo, and get yourself out there and promote yourselves. So I gave them a lot of different ideas of where to promote to help them, because I think they were just stuck in like, okay, this gym closed, now what?
Yeah. And it is a tough time. And there's still, I mean, in Canada here, we're going back into closures in the second wave right now. We're about November and we're hitting into that. And I think that's the challenge. And yes, you went to virtual and yes, you encourage them to go to virtual, but the idea is when there are opportunities to be in person, to get a little bit out, literally think outside the box. So I've seen you do like massive amounts of people spread apart, physically distance, everything well, but I've seen you do it at wineries. I've seen you do it
Yeah.
at like bachelorette parties and that all kinds of things like that, and along the water, and I think the idea is to um, a lot of businesses that might not have thought of this before to create a draw where people can have fun and enjoy whatever it is that they do.
Yeah.
So I love that you tried a bunch of those things and are now able to help instructors. What's some of the ones that they found work best? Like if you had to pick your top three, these are the businesses or locations or ideas where they're pretty solid, and then from there you can get creative.
Yeah, like I I felt like in the summer it was great to really be dancing on the farms, the wineries, kids programs, you saw all that. That was great.
Yeah.
Um, and that kept everything alive because, like we said in the beginning, we were really focused on Zoom and getting the instructors acclimated to Zoom. Then it was outside. Now that we're approaching colder weather, even what was wonderful, I would teach every Thursday night at a bar, a honky tonk, every Thursday night. That shut down. I haven't been there since March.
Mm.
So all the clients, they missed it so much.
Wow.
So each one would host line dancing at their house like every 2 weeks. It would be a different person. So we'd be outside. So we just got creative with it all. Now that we're approaching winter, it will get harder again with things going outside, but hopefully this doesn't last as long. But again, I will get creative somehow. I'm already in my mind thinking of things of like it's probably going to pertain to the studio and having a line dance party through Zoom and social distancing, you know.
And I think because people are looking for that, and the wonderful creative people like you, I think we all count on it to start to be innovative when it comes to these things and be like, I just saw something that's a restaurant that's doing catering for like holiday parties, but they will actually deliver to your office's employees' homes
Yeah.
and then host a virtual party. So you're eating the same food. Everybody's got the food, you just warm it up and everybody's doing it together kind of thing. And they're getting creative to at least I think part of it is saving the business, part of it is staying connected to clients, part of
Right.
it is serving the people who count on you, and
Yes.
part of it is also realizing that there's a need for people to connect. And so if you
Everything you said, 100%.
connector, right? So that's fantastic for that. Tell us about some of the projects that you're excited about. So looking into the next few months, looking into winter, and some of the people that have reached out to you. What are you excited about? What are you looking forward to?
So what I do, which really keeps, because one of your questions I remember was like, how do you stay optimistic? And like it's really easy. Like I am a very positive person in general, but like it is, our industry was hit so hard. So like there are times where it's like I'm thinking about hopefully bringing the headquarters to Nashville in May for Country Fusion. So it's starting there, and like you get nervous about things, but I think if like really if you stand by your brand and what you do, and I love what I do so much. This is my other baby besides Danica. So I will do everything to protect and fight for it.
Mm.
So it's part of being creative. So as I just said, I we got through that through COVID and the lockdown. Now we're here and it's thinking about other ideas to get through the winter. I have my classes, my instructors. I want to do more sessions with them and planting the seeds for the future with the question you just asked me. So I have setting up Australia, getting Country Fusion there. I have some clients, well, they're not clients yet, but women from the UK who want to take Country Fusion class all around the world. So I'm going to have more people popping in onto my Zoom sessions to experience Country Fusion, get into Australia. And then I'm speaking to someone to get us into the big box and boutique studios in Arizona, Vegas, Idaho, Montana, which I think Country
Wow.
Fusion will do wonderful there.
Yeah.
So I have a meeting with him on Monday, and work with SCW, still promoting, working with you, getting into Canada. So I think right now also is the time for me to really broadcast and get Country Fusion out there virtually through Facebook, through Instagram, through Zoom. This is really the time to utilize, because other than that, we are out there. I'm in normal life, I am teaching at the studios. I'm running to this event on tour. So I'm really going to take this time to get Country Fusion out there through social media.
It's interesting. When you and I first started working together, some of the people were surprised because I am not somebody who has any reputation of being a country music fan. But for me, it was less about the music. It was more about, like I said, the way that we connect together. And when we started working together, I did look into it, and am continuously surprised and happily surprised to see how popular country music and line dancing is all over the globe, all over the globe. And so for instructors out there that are like, yeah, but I feel like I'm spending a lot of money on these brands and I'm building up my business and what do I do? I'd love for you to just mention the fact that the original investment for Country Fusion is very affordable, and then the continual one is there. I think we're looking for something different. We're looking for something new, and we're looking for something that's really easy for people to do in their homes,
Uh, uh,
especially when it comes to virtual. So tell us a little bit about, put yourself in that head of an instructor that wants to vary what they do, but they're being very careful with their expenses. How do you see them moving forward into 2021?
so they get certified online. It's 199. So it's not one of the more expensive ones at all to get certified. And then I keep the monthly costs down to 22, which I think is Zumba. The rest are like up to 40. So I keep everything affordable for you, because to me, I want to build the brand and spread the love of Country Fusion,
Mm,
because like what you said earlier, it is it's music, it's dancing, it's getting people out there, and that's what people need right now. So the more instructors that are all over, you're spreading the love of music, dancing, having fun, having a good time. And even in the CMA Awards last night, I think it was Eric Church, he goes, music is going to save us through all this.
mm.
And it's so true, because Country Fusion, one
I
of the
got
biggest things,
goosebumps.
you said it earlier, was that you're coming in, you're getting lost into the music in your class. So you could be
Mm,
going through whatever it is you're going through out there. You getting a workout is just an extra benefit. So
mm,
you are sweaty, you're burning 500 calories, but that's just an added benefit. It's really so good for your mind, your body, your soul, to get lost in the music and the dances. So as an instructor, it's affordable to get certified, keep the monthly going, but also you're a leader. You're a leader of the class to promote positivity and to spread the love for dancing and feeling good and positivity and confidence. And I think we need more of
mm.
that in this world.
Thank you. I actually got goosebumps a couple of times when you were talking about that because yes, yes, and feeling and that confidence of no matter what your body looks like, if you and how you move and everything else. And that's a lovely thing about doing it on virtual too, is you're not as focused on how you're following the steps, stepping on anybody else's feet. You can try it and you feel like that permission to mess up if you're going to mess up, but for it to be okay,
Right.
and to grow in terms of what it is because you're moving, you're having fun, you're finding that confidence. So I'm so pleased that you talk about that. I'd
And just
love to. Oh yeah, go ahead.
one more thing with body confidence. I have an instructor, and she was worried about being an instructor because she's like, I don't look the part. I'm like,
Mm,
that is not true.
mm,
And I saw her dance. I said, you're a beautiful dancer. You're a beautiful person. You have a great spirit. You have a great energy. You're exactly what I look for in an instructor.
mm,
That's it. You have a great personality. You're a great dancer, great energy. You're going to promote positivity. That's what I look for. It's not about being a size two or anything like that.
mm. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that. Tell us a little bit as we close. What are your moments of gratitude as we look into the end of, we are now at the end of towards 2020, heading into 21. What keeps you optimistic? What are you grateful for?
I am grateful that I get to wake up and do what I love to do every single day. I am
Mm,
grateful for my clients that keep my business going and that they rely on me. I'm grateful for the instructors who were like, I don't know if I could do this during this. And I spoke with them and they stayed with it and I inspired them and they look up to me. The connections I made with you, Sarah, everyone throughout this business.
mm.
Um, Ultimately, I am grateful that I created this brand with my experiences in life and I get to put it out there and like it went from five years ago, it was just the birthday. It was an idea. And then I hopped on a motorcycle and I put it together. And 5 years later, I worked hard. This did not happen overnight. I worked hard, everything up against me. I pushed through. And here I am. And it's just getting out there more and more now in Australia. Everyone in New Jersey, they've been through it with me. And they were so proud with Australia and just like everything because they know the hard work that I put in every day. So I'm grateful for the opportunities and to keep on growing it. And yeah, it's a lot. You just got to stay positive and focused and remember where you were and where you are now and to keep on going forward. And I know what I want. I want Country Fusion to be a household name all over, everyone doing Country Fusion and dancing and feeling good and having the headquarters in Nashville where people come to the studio to get certified and to actually experience everything about country. So they come to get certified or take a master session with me, and then they go out to the Nashville bars and they go out dancing. They get the full on country fusion experience.
Well, we will put that out into the universe, that happens sooner rather than later. And thank you for sharing all of that with me, with us. Thank you for shining a light on country music that gives you all of that, on being a phenomenal mom, a phenomenal leader. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day, my friend.
I think Danica wants to say hi to you.
Oh, yes, please.
Right?
Yes. And then
She
we get to look around. There's the hat. Jumping in bed with mommy, that'll be really fun for Danica to do. I love that we can see the country music hat behind there and the silky pillows. I love the silky pillows.
yes.
There she is. Bonjour, ma belle fille. Hi, Danica. Oh, still a little sleepy. I heard you partied last night. Did you party?
Yeah, we did, right? We were watching CDs. We partying, right?
Yeah, that's what you look like when you party with mama.
All right.
There
Thank
you
you.
go. Well, kisses to you both. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.